UAV spotted. We lost B. We're losing this fight. Securing Bravo.
UAV recon standing by.
Bravo secure.
UAV
online.
Harriers waiting for your mark. Repeat, Harriers waiting for your mark.
Friendly Harriers inbound.
What up, folks? Tejbz here, and I'm coming to you guys with another MW2 commentary. And you guys went apeshit crazy on nostalgia on this game. And since Call of Duty Black Ops 4, the beta is coming out on PC. Actually, they're doing a lot with PC this year. I'm actually excited. And also, I asked XCal and Sandy Ravage and Hutch to hook me up with this little FOV slider. The game looks really sick. And I wanted to do a little commentary because I've been thinking about the entire weekend what it is about MW2 that makes it so special. And I have a full page of things that I wanted to talk about, but I had a really weird metaphor when I was streaming this, and it was something to do with that MW2 is like the first time you had sex, and it opened your eyes to something. Because MW2, sure, there were Halo montages and there were other games a little bit here and there, but MW2 was like the thing that started YouTube too. And it was the thing that so many people, it opened their eyes to content creation in the YouTube world in a whole different way. And I think if you could go back, if you go back playing MW2, it's like if you see like the first time you had sex, and it's gonna be clunky, it's gonna be awkward, but it's still like the thing that opened up your eyes for everything. And playing it for a couple of hours, it's really fun, but after a while you start noticing all the things that you were raging about a couple of years ago, or actually 9 years ago, which is crazy. They're still there pretty much. I mean, there's still people camping in corners, there's still people using the noob tubes, and every single gun is overpowered. I think that's actually one of the benefits though to this game, that every single gun is fairly good. You know, time to kill is it's so fast. And if you compare the time to kill for the new Black Ops that's coming out, I mean, you have 150 HP, so I would reckon you have about 50 more HP than you would have in MW2, which it takes 2 shots to kill you close range if someone has stopping power. And that's insane. That's short a period of time of only 2 bullets. It's so fast. And I think one reason why everyone loves MW2 so much is because it was like the first time you were watching YouTube videos too. You were playing it, and YouTube basically in the gaming world exploded thanks to MW2. I mean, me personally, you guys probably know this story already, but I got my HD PVR the same day, pretty much, like the day after MW2 came out. And before that, I was recording with an TV something. The same company actually makes Elgato. They're like, you know, you had a yellow white cable, and I plugged it in and I exported it in HD because I thought it would make the game, like the video, look better. It doesn't. You can't upscale anything. It's not gonna make it look better, even if some people still do that. Some people actually record in 1080 and upscale it to 4K because YouTube is a weird place where algorithms also can help you. But that's not really what I'm here to talk about. I want to talk about MW2, and besides, it was the thing that so many people, you know, were watching on YouTube. They were watching the gameplay commentaries. They got really into it. I think it's also like one of the first games where you were grinding hard. I saw like a tweet of a guy that got a lot of retweets, and he said like, "It's Christmas morning. All your friends got MW2, they're Christmas noobs, and you already prestige, and you feel really good about yourself." And I was like, yeah, that's so like old school, but it still makes you kind of like happy when you read those things. Also back then, but MW2, like every single gun, as I said, it's overpowered. You can kill someone with a pistol. You can get nukes with a pistol because everything is insane. The game feels really good even now, and I'm playing it on PC because my aim on console is pretty bad. And it looks really good. I think a lot of games, especially Call of Duty, I think Black Ops 4 is a step up from previous Black Ops and recent Call of Duties, because everything looks so gloomy and like it looks so sad. You get sad when you play it. But MW2, most maps are pretty bright. Most maps just look really good, even though it's a 9-year-old game now. And the time to kill obviously is super slow. Every gun is overpowered. Everyone can feel really good when you're playing this dang game, because you can get a UAV, a Predator, and a Harrier so simple in this game, and it makes you feel like you contributed. You can also count in the YouTube factor, where you only basically need 5 kills, and then you get a Predator and a Harrier, and the Harrier gets you a Chopper Gunner, and boom, you have a bunch of kills, and you can make a YouTube video out of that. And I think that's, I mean, I was decent at MW2. I was pretty good at it, but I think it's also, when you look back at some of the videos that people were putting up back in the day, they're not very good. I mean, it's just commentaries. I think YouTube is a lot more competitive now. This is not supposed to be a YouTube comment. This is about MW2, but YouTube is a lot more competitive now. I mean, I've obviously had the chance now, since this has been my job for 9 years, to play a lot more. I've gotten a lot better, but I think there's a lot of people who their skill was maybe not in the games but in the commentaries, which is really impressive, because someone in like 20 years are gonna look back at like YouTube and make like a social network movie or something about it, and it's gonna be really cool to see how everyone like evolved to have businesses, you know, host TV shows, learn how to do everything, because it's cool that you can actually learn to do pretty much everything off of YouTube too. So but what happens once you played MW2 now for a couple of hours is that you start to get pretty bored, because you played all the maps. You have died on the same spot 1,000 times. You've died to a noob tubes and on terminal like 1 billion times where someone is spamming it. But even though the sound and the music and the sound of the hit marker, or the sound of you getting like 3 people with 1 noob tube, like the hit marker sound, it is perfect, I'd say. And even though there's a lot of unbalanced things in this game, it is still just a masterpiece at its own way. I do think that Call of Duty 4 was a better game in general, but this, for me, is the game that I mean, once you play it, like, everyone has that thing. And I mean, I meet people almost every day when I'm out doing something who are like, dude, fuck, your MW2 videos were the shit, the tits. And I'm like, yeah, I want a game that makes me feel like this again. And for a lot of people, I think that's Fortnite. For me, it's not. And I would like to get a Call of Duty that makes me feel like this again. And I wanted to compare also the new Black Ops 4 a little bit to, I played a game called Isle of Nye. It's like it's a Kickstarter funded game that is made by people, I think, who had some link into Call of Duty or Crysis, and it looks like Crysis but with modern gun, like regular guns, and it's a battle royale game, obviously. And I think the game looks really good, but the thing, after like an hour of playing Isle of Nye, I was bored too. For some reason, I think maybe that the battle royale thing, it's probably gonna last for forever, but I'm not sure that it is really for like every single game mode. I think FPS games are sometimes better in this arcadey type of stuff, and also obviously Counter-Strike is not very arcadey, but battle royale in general, I think third person is where it's at, because I enjoyed PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds a lot more when it was in third person, and then it became first person. Everyone started playing that. I was like, and I'm an FPS gamer, and I still like first person, not as much as like third person, which is weird. I think MW2 is always gonna have a special place in our heart. Will we ever see a Call of Duty that looks and feels like this? I mean, then it would just be a remastered thing. But the thing that I think developers are scared of doing now is the slow time to kill and making just everything overpowered. Because if everything is overpowered, the only thing standing besides like who's gonna get kill streaks or get a nuke or whatever is how good you actually are and how good you are at reading the map. And also there's a great deal of luck involved in getting like high kill streaks in MW2. You gotta play a shit ton to get a nuke. I mean, I haven't unlocked it yet on PC, but the second I do, I am gonna try. I'm gonna play a little bit more, and now that Black Ops is just around the corner, I'm looking forward to that on PC, the Black Ops 4, so much. I didn't have time to play it on PlayStation. So anyway, this was me rambling on about MW2, a 9-year-old game, and if you enjoyed the video, you should drop a little like and let me know if you want more random commentaries, and I'll see you guys really soon.